Welcome to the fourth race. Now let's chat about this. It's the start of the jackpot. I want to talk to both Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie about this meeting. It's been tough. It's not an easy card, as you noticed. The number 4, Jaspero, is favourite at 3-1. The 2, Bold Strike, is 33-10. And I see Peter Wrench. Darren has got this horse running over there. Guy Alexander trading currently 9-2.
Yes, touching on Guy Alexander, he's done absolutely nothing wrong on the poly. 3 runs back, he won by 3¼ lengths. Yes, he's got 62 kilos to shoulder, but I think he'll be competitive. I actually like a horse called Matsuyama. Now, last time out, they backed him right into 3-1 race time, and it was on a sticky track over 2,400 meters, and he couldn't quite get there. I think you can put a line through that effort. And with Richard Fourie in the saddle, we could see Matsuyama run a cracker. He has won on the poly previously. Others to consider: Jaspero, consistent as they come, should be competitive. And Al Migwa, he looks to have a mind of his own, but on his day, he's competitive.
All right, well, Richard is teaming up with Alan, of course, on Matsuyama. May have a bit of a chance here, but does sound to be quite competitive from what I've heard from Darren. Your side, Daryl?
I like him, Clyde.
Matsuyama,
yeah. Soft underfoot conditions over 2,400 weren't suitable last time out. On the poly now, ratings right down to a 71. He's going to run a cracker in my first pick. Guy Alexander, last time out, Clyde, he was outclassed. Very impressive on the poly. He's going to go handy and be Matsuyama's biggest danger. So I'm just going to narrow it down to 9 from 1.
Okay, you got those two in. There's jackpot, so there are quite a few. Here is the jackpot that the boys have worked out. The first jackpot, race number 4 on the card. Get your jackpots on. It is a Darren Burrows pot, and he's going, as you can see, horses, 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 horses. And that's the nature of what the day looks like out at Fairview in Gebega, and it's a 750 Rand per. Here's a handicap at the 82 level. Blonde Act has been in very good form. I mean, just have a look at those last 3 starts. Win, win, win. And can they do it 4 in a row? Well, on Twitter, we put something up there at Weighted to Win, and on our WhatsApp group as well. As you can see, all the info for you on screen. Why can't Blonde Act do it again, Darren?
Definitely the horse to beat, Clyde. I thought a very cracking win last time out. He won with a lot in hand. On the poly, 2 from 2. Richard Fourie won on him in his last 3 starts. He'll be given a patient ride. He is drawn 12. And, take note, the mile at Fairview on the poly, they start on the bend. So you do get caught a bit wide the first 100 or 2. And hopefully he can slot in just a midfield off the pace. And he'll come with a very strong finish. There are dangers. Horses like King's Crusade. He ran behind Blonde Act last time out, and he's about 2 kilos better off at the weights. Zigzag, he should be competitive. And of the rest, Gold Rock never runs a bad race.
Okay, talk to you, Daryl, about Blonde Act. I see from the wins, not hefty penalties, 3-4 pounds a time. I don't know if that's going to stop.
And last time, Clyde?
Last time, what was his penalty? Got 3 pounds, sorry. I've got it at 73 to 76. What is he now?
What book are you
69,
over there?
73, 76 is his rating on Gallup.
Let me have a look. I've got it as a £6 penalty.
It says 73 when he beat Jet Mirage, and Humble Tune is 76. Maybe he's gone from 76 since the Humble Tune.
Let me have a look for you, because
I never
let's
saw
have a
his
look.
last.
I've got it as a £6 penalty,
Well, it
which
may be.
equates to
That
3
means
kilograms.
he may be an 82 then.
Clyde, let me just stay while I'm having a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, 76 to 82.
So it's an 82, yeah, sorry, I didn't see that.
£6 penalty.
So that's they've given him, but listen, he keeps defying them, this horse.
If you watch his latest victory, Clyde, you'd be super impressed. But did you watch the post-race interview?
No.
Richard Fourie got off and said he had nothing to come.
Oh.
He was empty at the finish.
Was that because of the distance? Maybe that's why they've dropped him in distance then.
I don't know, Clyde. I'm willing to take him on with that £6 penalty. I think he's gone up to an 82 now, and he's going to have to give weight and start because he's got a very tricky draw. So I don't think he represents any value. Do I see him falling up? Yes, he's more than capable because he's on the upgrade.
Sure. Okay, so who you found?
King's Crusade's got a 3 kilogram turnaround, and he's only got a length to find. Who says he can't reverse that?
Sure.
He must have a chance. Now, the horse that interests me is Zigzag. The only question mark I have is over the distance, which is a mile. But have a look. He has won over the mile in the past. Last time I Clyde, you know how badly he was at the weights. Totally outclassed.
Yeah.
Penultimate start, he ran a length to grazing in the grass.
Yes.
He was 6.5 kilograms out at the weights with grazing in the grass.
You
that
just won
day.
again on
That
Friday.
day. If he puts in a similar effort over the mile, Clyde, he will take a power beating, and I can't believe his current odds.
Yeah, it's 14-1.
Crazy.
Zigzag. The last time you said that, the horse shortened and won, and you're finding
He's
the
going to
value.
be zigging, zagging through the
Zagging
field.
through the
Will he
field.
get through there? Will he get there in time?
Well, we'll see. It's not going to be 14-1 when it starts, I can tell you that. Here's a graphic for you that we've got in terms of what we want to do. And Daryl's going 1, 2, 3, 8. Daryl's the kind of guy who can bank a zigzag in these jackpots. Eh? That's what he does.
No, we'll be having a dip. Clyde.
No, really. Well, there you go. And it's only 24 Rand for 10%. So we're on the road again because we're going into another handicap, and it's over 1,200 meters. Just to note that when we were doing this on Monday, that Narc horse has been taken out. So scratch number 4 is not running, leaves you with a 10-horse field. Talking about on the road again, when we had a look on Monday, this horse priced up 7-2, the 9. Number 3, Jet Mirage, is at 9-2. And number 2, Al Qasim, is trading at 5s, joint with the 5 Brass Bell. Darren, I had a look at what you like in terms of your perms, and this does appear to be quite open.
It is. The favourite on the road again. We've been for this horse many occasions, and he's still a one-time winner. He can't get that second win under the belt. Now, I found a horse at a big price. I'm not sure what price is Cruisador.
Cruisador, let me have a quick look and I'll tell you now. Any price. You can get 20 or 25-1. Is that what you like?
That's my first choice in the
Gee
race.
whiz.
If you go back to that run behind Naval Secret, he ran third over course and distance. He beat on the road again, and he's 1.5 kilos better off and jumps from a 3 draw. He's 2 kilos better off with Jet Mirage on that Blonde Act run. I just feel that it's the right race. Cruisador's last 2 starts, not disgraced over 1,000 meters. But the 1,200, we're going to see that improvement. So Cruisador to beat on the road again, Jet Mirage and Teatra.
Okay. That's why we got you on the show, because you find 20-1 shots, and so do you. Have you got a 20-1 shot?
That's my second pick, Cruisador.
Gee, that's unreal.
I
Another
like
one.
Life on Mars over here, Clyde. Last time out, his 2 runs on the turf track. He's been out at the weights. I think over 1,200 on the poly track is most effective. He's got a hefty weight to shoulder, but he shows a lot of pace and he's gutsy. So I can see him hanging on in the finish. Cruisador on several form lines is a play over here. Go back to that Vista Nova run. He actually beat Jet Mirage and he's 2 kilograms better off. He's back on his favorite course and distance, so he's the upset material in the race. And then on the road again, although he has to be respected, I don't quite think he's a polytrack horse. The blinkers did sharpen him up last time out, so if he's closer to the pace, turning for home, I can see him winning, but I'm not really convinced. He's let the side down on numerous occasions.
Are we taking the 4-1 a place about Cruisador then?
You can have a bet for us, yes, Clyde. I'm happy with that.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. This is the selection officially from the gentleman. We'll put it in writing for you now, and it's a trifecta with 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. It's an open race, but they're talking about this 20-1 shot. Well, it was that price Monday. Number 7, Cruisador. Final leg of the first jackpot. We want to talk to Darren Burrows about this handicap over here and see what the situation is with regards to the market. When we had a look at the betting, we can tell you that top of the boards at the time on Monday, they were kind of betting, when I had a look at it, 5-2 the field. And this horse Catalyst is at that price, Darren. 7 Forest Spy is trading 3-1. And it's a case of Alan Greef taking on Gavin Smith.
Yes, Clyde, a tricky race. You know, you got horses like Captain Opie, all the ability but very unreliable. Captain Morisco ran a length off Captain Opie last time out on the poly. He should be competitive. Then you got Saltilus dropping back from 1800 to 1200. Maybe a bit sharp, but he has been competitive over this trip. You got Forest Spy. His comeback run was okay. I thought he would win. Jet Mirage beat him quite comfortably. And Naval Secret dropping in trip should be ideal. So all of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 have chances.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a small field from which, by the sounds of things, the majority are fancied.
Yes, Clyde, interesting because Saltilus has been contesting races over a mile. But he's coming back in trip. You can see on his form line, he has been consistent and very competitive over a mile on the poly track, but that was off a lower rating. Clyde, take note. Because he's coming back in trip, they've put a set of blinkers on him. So that will sharpen him up, and he should be close to the pace turning for home, and I can see him winning. Those blinkers just could do the winning move. Have a look at Naval Secret, Clyde. He's had 3 runs over the course and distance, unbeaten, 3 from 3. But on several form lines, he's got his work cut out. This horse number 3, Green Light to Heaven, is 5.5 kilograms better off with Naval Secret for short-haired beating.
Companion. Yeah.
And I'm going to say Green Light to Heaven's going to run a cracker. I can see him winning. So 2 and 3 for me to fight it out.
Well, it's not the first Cliffy Miller horse Daryl's tip today, so let's take a look at what we want to do now with this particular race. Hopefully you are running in the first jackpot going into the final leg. Here is what we would like to suggest that you do in terms of the race pertaining to the 7th, and we're taking exactors, meaning the horses have to run first or second in any particular order. Any one of those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in any order.